What is going on, everyone, and welcome back. So I've gotten into drones and I have a ton of drone videos I want to share with you all, but I can't just yet because I'm still waiting on my Part 107 certificate to get approved. So last weekend I bought this DJI Inspire 1 and it has somewhat of a dead battery. So I think it's safe to post this video because I don't think it falls under the Part 107. It's just repairing a battery. What happened to this is these Inspires have what's called an intelligent flight battery. There's a computer chip on the inside that regulates what happens to this battery. And being the guy I bought this from, let this sit for about a year and a half. These batteries self-discharge and there isn't enough juice to power on the board to tell itself to go ahead and charge. So we're gonna have to bust this open today, manually charge it enough to power on the board, and then we can charge it how we would normally charge it. So let's get to that. Alright, I'm gonna try to do all this in front of the camera. It's kind of hard to work with the camera in front of you, but we're gonna try to do this. So on the back, on the sides here, the front, the other side, there are these little black tabs. Take a small screwdriver and pry up underneath it. The top pops open just like that. Look underneath, there's the computer chip I was talking about. You're gonna want to disconnect the chip for now from the battery. Just take a screwdriver and pull on each side little by little and it'll eventually pop out. Just don't pull on the wires until it comes loose, like that. Okay, so we've got our negative and positive leads here. If we flip this up here. Alright, so we got those leads exposed. And we got ourselves a brand new multimeter just for this project. No, this isn't my first time using a multimeter. It's just I went to go and try to find my old multimeter and I couldn't find it. So I figured, it's time for a new one anyways. I figured while we're getting a new one, we'll get a nice new one. Because I've always bought the Harbor Freight ones and the Craftsman ones, just the cheap $15, $20 multimeters. And I use multimeters a lot. I don't think I've posted it yet, but I have a video of me trying to meter out a socket switch, and I didn't have a good multimeter to do that with. So this is kind of an unboxing video too. I guess I don't need to do these 4 screws here. That would be why they were difficult to unscrew. Alright, so if we take our leads here and we test this out, I've got 19.65 volts in this battery. And this battery has a total capacity of, oh, here we go, 22.8 volts. So let's charge it to 21, and that should put us in business. So I've got these handy dandy alligator clips right here. Alright, so we need to take one alligator clip and attach it to that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clamp it to the side here because that is touching. It's not ideal. Just make sure it's not touching anything else on the circuit board underneath. But it is touching the leads. They are touching the contacts. I don't know if y'all can see that, but they are touching. So we gotta go get a charger set up. Be right back. Alright, so I've got a charger set up to the side here. So we're gonna take our multimeter again. I'm gonna move you over. I'm gonna take our multimeter again, and this should be spitting out DC voltage. And we're gonna have to check to see which side's negative and which side's positive. So if we do that, so it's spitting out 26 volts, but this multimeter does not tell me which side is which. Oh, there we go. So this side's negative, this side's positive. Let me double check the instructions as far as what the indicators on the screen mean. To the manual. Actually, we can do this real quick, because I know this side's positive, this side's negative. So because I know this side's positive, this side's negative, I can do this. That symbol doesn't come up. But if I reverse it, that symbol does come up. So if that big black dot comes up, that means my polarity is reversed. So this side's negative. This side, oh boy, don't do that. This side's negative, this side's positive. Okay, so we've got left side is negative. We're going to take this and connect that. And then we need to keep an eye, and at 21, we're going to want to stop. Well, we're up to 22 now. So my contacts weren't good. So what I had to do is just hold it straight on for about 20 seconds, and I'm up to 22. So probably 15 seconds would have been alright. So all this stuff I was doing before just wasn't making good contact, but I just held the leads on directly. This glue was getting in the way, but I just held the leads on directly. I'm up to 21.82 now, so we should be good there. So what we can do now is get rid of this multimeter. And we can reattach this lead. So we can reattach this lead here. There we go. Cover that back up. So before I seal everything back up, let's make sure this is still reading 21-ish. Yep, 21.78. So we're gonna wrap these back up. So to recap, I had to take the physical leads and find a bare spot on the solder here and hold the leads on the bare spot in order for it to charge. And I held on for 20 seconds. It went from 19.6, I think it was, to 21.6 in 20 seconds. So figure 1 volt per second, or per every 10 seconds. So 15 seconds probably would have been alright. So we've got everything covered back up. Our board turned back on. Flashing, that's a good sign. So let's take this charger here. Plug this charger in. Let's wait to see what happens. We'll be back later. Okay, so it's been a few hours, and as you can see, it charged up all the way. Then it started blinking this third light, but it's still showing the level as low. If I pull up the battery on my app, it shows that one cell isn't charging all the way. So what I'm going to do is build a discharger unit, or discharging unit, discharge the battery all the way a couple times, recharge it up, and see if that fixes it. So that's pretty much it for now. It's gonna be a later project. Till next time, this is Alex Lai, the Asian guy. See ya.